things I've told my congregation. I told them years ago, I will not be a fat, overweight preacher. It's not going to happen. Because if I'm going to stand before people as their leader, I need to look fit. I don't need to be overweight, because people have a tendency to follow their leader. If the leader is big, most of the people that's following is big. No matter what I'm ministering about, somewhere in there I'm going to say something about food. Because it's just that important to me. To make sure that I tell them all the time, there's no need of me passing on knowledge, spiritual knowledge to you to help you to be a better person, help you to live on another level of life above all the pettiness and all the mess, and then you go home and you killing yourself when you leave here. I said, I pour all this into you and then you die on me. It would be a waste. So that's the kind of way I talk to them and let them know you need to think about your health, do something about your health. And I tell them, I know you get tired of me talking about it, but only way you're going to not hear me talk about it, you have to leave and go to another church. Because I love you and I care about your health as well as your spirituality. One young lady came to us. She was on two type of insulin shots, high blood pressure, just you name it, she had it. And so I told her what Feline told me. I said, this is what you need to eat. I said, just do this for 30 days and see what happens. And she did it. And she came back about 2 months later. Her A1C was 13 something. And she came back about 2 months later and she said, my A1C is 8 something. And so I just basically told her what Feline told me. Yeah, Feline she's pretty tough. And but I like it. Some people maybe can't handle it, but I like people just be real with me, and tell me what you ain't doing and what you need to do, and it makes me leave out of here and say, okay, next time I take blood work, I'm not going to get that lecture next time. So it makes me do better. So that's kind of how Feline's toughness benefits me. It probably took me a good 2 years to feel like I was in control, because I had the habits that I had. I didn't think they were all that terrible, but when Feline started telling me what the coffee do to me and the soy, because I was getting lattes with soy instead of milk, because I knew milk wasn't any good for me. But then she took me off the soy, she took me off the coffee. Those were the difficult things for me. The food wasn't a real deal. It was the little things. Because I tell my wife all the time, I said, well, I don't do anything else. I at least need to be able to enjoy coffee. But 1 cup of coffee could send me back 2 or 3 days. If I'm in a good place, then I kind of I digress 2 or 3 days to get back to that place. And it's kind of not worth it. The diabetes is pretty much under control. My last test was 5.8 on my A1C. And I tell you another thing. I was thinking about this on the way. The other thing, not just physically, but when something is not right and my liver enzyme maybe crawled up a little bit, and the doctors are all nervous and they're scared the hell out of me, I come in Feline's office and she says, and she makes me feel so good. And then I'm not, tripping off of that anymore. Because the doctors, that's why I don't like to go to them. I know they have a place in society, but, they scare you half to death. You go to take your blood pressure and your blood pressure is up because you're there with them. But Feline has a way of helping emotionally. Because sometimes, depending on what's going on, I'd be a little nervous about it. But she told me that she's going to keep me alive, so. Yeah, but I like the emotional part too. I tell my wife all the time, I say I go to Feline because she said, why you, my wife said, why are you worried about that? And it just bothers me. And then I come here, Feline says, then she starts, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to do this, we'll have it together next time. And then I feel so much better about it. I mean, it's because the doctors don't give you any hope, and Feline gives you hope.